transition game. But one of the areas, Brad, we're going to be focusing on, two Ohio State products. Jake Withers, Justin Inacio at the dot. Withers was 29 of 29 against Buffalo, 30 loose balls, but Justin Inacio is no slouch. But this is going to be an absolute battle between these two.
Yeah, this is probably Jake Withers, maybe the best in the world right now, going up against maybe one of the next ones. Two former Ohio State Buckeyes going head-to-head, and we'll see if Jake Withers can get these possessions and take some opportunities away from the Calgary Roughnecks tonight. Lining up 2-2 right now. We thought maybe we'd see them line up 3 back to take away the transition from Halifax. We'll keep an eye on that as this game evolves.
And Inacio for the Roughnecks to get on the board. And defensive coach Andrew Suter for the Halifax Thunderbirds wanted his team to get off to a much better start. They found themselves down early against exchanging Sunday pleasantries. Withers wins that drop, finds his own loose ball, and then he'll flip it off to Terafenko. How many Ohio State Buckeyes are in this game? And Cody Jamieson, one of the all-time greats. He's been with this franchise since he was drafted by Rochester way back in 2010. 3-time champion, and just one of the greats of our sport.
Coming up on 1,000 points, may not do it this season, but been for Benny.
Peterson and Withers pick up the assists as the veteran Ryan Benesh, playing in his 264th game. He's 4th in goals, now 13 shy of Dan Dawson.
He's on pace, Teddy, for 52. His career high is 55. This might be one of his best goal-scoring years of his career.
6.5 to go here in the opening quarter. Withers wins the draw, loose ball picked up by Hosick. Numbers here for Halifax, so they want it. Hosick tried to dip and dunk, had to avoid the crease.
Fellow righties free up Tyler Pace to make it 6-2.
Inacio battling for the loose ball, gets pushed off by Hosick. Benesh got a man up front. Peterson. Oh, and what a short side cheese from the cyborg. You don't see Graham Hosick picking many corners like that in tight. Give him 3 on the season, and that's a much-needed goal for Halifax to stop this run of the Roughnecks.
And that's why Jake Withers is such a weapon, to stop runs, to win faceoffs after giving up a goal. So his team can go right up the floor. Great finish here by Hosick, one of the meanest defenders in the National Lacrosse League, but Inacio just lets him go. He's wide open 2-on-1. The Roughnecks won't be happy with that. A little bit responsible changing after losing a faceoff.
Inacio pops the ball behind him. Who's going to come up with it? It's going to be Halifax again. And they're going to have to do, Calgary is going to have to do a better job fighting for these loose balls. Inacio is going to start often inside the rough house. They have the 277 jersey supporting both their kids. Just an awesome story. So thank you so much for that, Chantel. Speaking of, here's Ticehurst with speed.
They're not bad actors either. Just find out their warrior.
Also was a draft day trade pickup by the Calgary Roughnecks and been a great addition to this group. A guy that bangs and crashes. I tongue-in-cheek said a lot of Cy Young numbers, a lot of goals, not many assists, but he doesn't carry the ball. He is literally a guy that crashes and bangs and finds garbage in the middle. Often capitalizes when he's right on top of the crease.
And I think there's more left for Thomas Hogarth. This is an offense where he had to find some chemistry coming into a new team. I think he's owed a few more goals, and I can see him off the schneid here early in this game.
Here's Steed. Shot, a heavy shot, pulled it short side. And loose ball will be picked up by Inacio. And Kings back-to-back has his team up 5. And Josh Sanderson on the Roughnecks bench just applauding his offense, but trying to urge him on for more here. Hosick finds that face-off loose ball to Terafenko. To Peterson.
He's guessing. Benesh has his second. It's 9-5. Stops the bleeding.
First overall pick by the San Jose Stealth back in 2006. Was part of a major trade that ended up sending Colin Doyle to San Jose and brought Benesh to Toronto. And that was just the start of the carousel of Ryan Benesh having success, then moving on to a different club.
Has a tattoo.
Back to a 5-goal game, 10-5. Calgary leading here. Waddy's battling for this loose ball. Benesh had it for a split second. Now he's going to grab it again. And it falls to Terefenko, who speeds through everybody. When he wants to, he can just blow.
Calgary's offense is alive and well tonight.
On Friday night, the Halifax Thunderbirds offense had everybody getting a point. Tonight, it looks like the Calgary Roughnecks are doing their part to get everybody involved in the action. Cook with 2, King with 2, Courier with 1, Pace with 3, Hogarth with 1.
Offensive possession, and again, quick feet, knack for finding himself open, and he has 2 on the night. It's 11-6.
Ball loose off the draw. 3 Thunderbirds battling for it. The lone roughneck was Tyler Pace, and Terefenko will come away with it.
Del Bianco just a knack for finding himself into open territory. Lays that one up to restore the 5-goal lead.
Far side, short side for Shimmer. It's a 5-goal game. Terry said they're not going to go away. They are ready for an absolute battle, and it starts with this draw between Withers and Inacio. And Inacio wins the clamp. Ball loose, and it falls to Reese Callies, who gives it off to Leclerc. Calgary will start with the power play as Cody Jamieson got an unsportsmanlike.
If Peterson doesn't think he's in a dangerous spot, that doesn't exist for Clark Peterson.
The foot on the goal line extended, somehow finds its way past Del Bianco, and it's a 3-goal game, 12-9. Courier finds that loose ball. Now, as they've done all night, Calgary's been able to slow these runs down. Thied gets his first of the night, 17th of the season. 49th overall pick back in 2018 by Rochester, who would then become Halifax.
Look too easy. 2-goal game.
Back-to-back goals for Thied. And Dawson Thied gets his first of the night, 17th of the season. 49th overall pick back in 2018 by Rochester, who would then become Halifax. Also played 4 years at St. Mary's of college hockey. Point of the night for Jesse King. Came into the game leading the team with 79 points. He just continues to add to his total. Calgary wins another face-off. And nice job there by Curry just to through an area pass. It was run onto by Liam Leclerc. But just trying to keep things on the level. Here's a replay.
So the referees in-house asking for a replay in the building because you're the coach of the defending team. You just allowed a goal. You're supposed to, by letter of the law for the National Lacrosse League, get a couple of good looks on the Jumbotron in-house to decide if you want to throw that flag or not. And Mike McCursey and his squad arguing they didn't get a decent look.
Terefenko feeds it, and maybe one too many passes.
About how he's a new father. Him and his wife Claire welcome their baby girl Charlotte, also known as Charlie, and they're also expecting another one soon. He's also secured a position with the Oshawa Fire Department, and that's been something that Jake has been pursuing for 7 years. I asked him how all these changes on the floor have helped him, and he says he has more to play for now, especially being a new father. He's also realized that there's more to life than it just being about lacrosse, that him being a firefighter has also made him want to represent himself differently on the floor. So despite the big changes off the floor, Jake believes it's made him a better all-around man, guys.
Dad strength. It's a real thing in the world of lacrosse. Here come the Thunderbirds out of the break. Hosik only just missed. Rebound, Terefenko! Oh, and Del Bianco with a huge stop on the doorstep.
Happy family days to all the lacrosse dads.
To the first half. Inacio and Withers at the dot again. Ball pops free, picked up by Hosik. And for those wondering, no, he's not wearing socks. Just looks that way. He is wearing like a rock climbing shoe. So we're gonna play 4 aside here. Haas will take the draw against Inacio, and they'll say Matsuoka jumped early. We'll have to wait to see how this one all settles. But it was Courier with the goal. He's behind the net. Hill loses his footing, and there's an incidental, it wasn't trying to cross-check Courier in the head. Courier was sort of in a vulnerable position, and then Tanner Cook kind of comes in, and Withers took exception. Then Bell stood in there, and it looks like Cook, Taylor, Withers, and Bell are all seated in the penalty box right now.
Cook still chirping away, but one Courier draws the penalty, and then another Courier scores the power play goal. That's how families operate here on Family Day weekend.
So the officials will talk this amongst themselves and try to figure it out. Let's see if there was an original one given to Withers for the cross-check on a diving Courier.
Courier looked okay. I think he was just covering his head to protect himself for any other players falling into the crease. And angry Tyson Bell just pulls Dan Taylor out of the way. Champions together for the Roughnecks in 2019. Friends off tonight.
There's no friends between whistles. And let's go down the floor. Todd LeBranch, the official call.
Calgary number 12, 2 minutes roughing. Calgary 26, 2 minutes dead ball contact. Halifax 94, 2 minutes dead ball contact. Halifax number 18, 2 minutes roughing, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike, and a 10-minute misconduct.
Jake Withers' night is over.
And he sort of was the protagonist in all that. He never really seemed to let up, and Todd LeBranch wasn't going to let him have any more to say, so he just sends him to the showers. And that's a tough loss, because not only is he one of the best draw guys in the league, he is underrated as one of the best D guys in the league as well.